That's a ruse to try and draw the attention away from mid. Norbert could be isolated. He takes one, but quickly traded.
Well, Norbert's come through. Jerry gone. 1 for 1. Back and forth as Kicker. Good for a pick on towards Kenzie. Norvi also doing good work, but through the smoke, Flit will run, and he is charging forward, trying to catch out Norvi in position, but the smoke is keeping him up for the time being. Bomb finally picked up again here for forZe. They could barrel back to B if they decided that's what they want to do here, but Norvi's still committed deep into the site, and with Zorte's peek forward, the kill comes through onto Flit, leaving just Jam into the 1 versus 2. And Jam, we know he can pull off clutches. We know he can find round wins in these positions. They finally tracked him and found his position. But dealing with Jam is a different story, and instead of planting, they go for the peek, and over the top.
Outsiders stacked towards A. 35 seconds. forZe could be running into time pressure here.
Well, CZ hops up on top of the Xbox, and Floyd has got the pick on Jerry. Jam out with another one. Of course, the scout delivering yet another kill here for the Outsiders. Kicker still inside of the site, playing with time. Peeks on out. The body shot's enough to take out Norvi. And Kenzie's picked up the AWP, and he starts to fall away. Realizing a save call in the last 10 seconds is the best option here for Kenzie. Problem is now, Fame is being unleashed and quickly flanking around the long side. Kenzie desperately wants to hold on to this AWP for the next round. It's a big investment to have in the second. You can't let it fall into the hands of your opponents. And luckily, Kenzie... Outsiders start to shift their attention in towards short and go forward. The Deagle not good enough to get the pick, but Kickert's Galil unleashes for a double kill. Although traded out finally by Shelfie. Damage has been done to the forward side, who are still a player down. And coming up towards the site, you're going to have to deal with Jane. And he will happily take the head off Shelfie, putting it all on Zorte. To try and cause some problems. They see the barrel, they spam down the car, and Jane will get the wall bang.
We'll see if he can call his team to success from beyond the grave. Shelfie going to sneak out into the mid. Nice timing. Unable to get the kill on that angle.
Oh, nice little peek there from Kicker. Kenzie gone through the smoke. Outsiders holding the 2-man advantage currently. Fame barreling down through the car. Little peek out from Flit. Bomb down, no problem. And secured will be the round for the outside.
The first point of contact, then Kicker can sit in Goose. No utility to flush him out, but yeah, they have closed the distance.
Yeah, but they're just being pulled in towards Kicker. Oh, luckily gets one. It looked like he was about to go down with nothing. Jerry and Kenzie, a couple of kills between them. Now Jam in a very tough spot. Had to fight on so many different angles. And forZe just overrun the site. There is still a shot here for Outsiders. That kill from Flit turns it back into the 2 versus 2, and they know what setup they have to deal with. They know they have to deal with one side player. They can deal with him with a boost, and now they can both focus on Norvi at long. They could boost the play onto the site, which is what they're trying to go for, and Norvi reads it and gets aggressive, gets proactive, and is able to secure the round for forZe.
Decisive right now. We're not seeing them go for the throat with some of these rounds in the way that they could. This could be different, though. They're going fast up cap.
Yeah, Norbert handles Jerry. Make sure that he can't get any closer to the site for the time being, and the rifle can stay here because look how strong the setup is towards short. You've got 2 rifles and an AWP. Outsiders really haven't contested long that much, right? It's been very focused around short. Now they decide to go out for the swing it long, and it's Norbert on the double kill, Kicker to follow up, and finally the short prong of the approach comes through for forZe, but just as quickly as good control for forZe being taken here, and they're accelerating towards this B site. Norbert runs through the CT smoke. How does he get away with one? Kicker follows up in behind him. At least 2 kills have come in from forZe, but the attack has been completely diluted. They needed that kill inside of the B site. Luckily, they've got it. Fame has gone down. Kicker still being a bit of a nuisance. Still causing problems for these forZe players who still have to go and get that bomb back, and they know if they just wait here, Outsiders are going to get the chances for the fights, and Jame will not miss the first. It's down to him alone, and Kenzie able to pull through. forZe
might be an okay idea. Smoke's coming in, but look at the flank.
It's coming around the back. Norbert probably should have got away with more than that, but they don't anticipate Jame to be so quick. Look how quick that is from Jame. He started short, and he's out long a couple seconds later, just fighting on the flank with Norbert. The CT side has been fun to watch. It's been dynamic for Outsiders. With 18 seconds left, forZe are now charging towards the site. Fame is getting over here with his rifle. Jame has the cross into the site. it's likely that the bomb gets planted on the box side, and it will luckily dodge the bullets of Jane. The bomb will go down, but Fame looking to try and clean up. He's close to getting the double, but again, just the 1v1 against Jame, and it's gone forZe's way. They haven't seen the second rifle. They're starting to go back to us long, and Norbert aggressive again. Keeps finding picks from this position, and they have to know that Jame was here. They have to know the AWP was in this position, so they're worried about where he is. They have to try and figure out where he's playing from, and Jame gets another. Goes back again. The no-scope will land, but it's not enough damage to bring down Jerry, and so he still stands, and so does forZe's chances of taking a sixth. Kicker, who started this game incredibly strong, is quick to get over towards this B side.
That's gone through, straight through into the open arms of Norvi. The nade straight back, but Norbert knows this player's probably behind the smoke. Norvi's going to take the fight to him, but Norbert holds it down. Outsiders will secure double digits at the half for forZe, but there's going to be some aggression taken. Kenzie committing to the angle, should be traded. As a solid spray coming in from the Outsiders lineup, just sticking together, making sure they close this one.
All right, 13-5 for the Outsiders then.
And you're calling it.
Yeah, I'm calling it. Shelfie, you gotta prove me wrong here. Deeg is good for one. A lot more needed there, and Norbert make sure that that is short-lived. Sorte's got to deal with the flank soon through CT spawn. Going for some wild jump shots, but he has been damaged up. Makes the leg shots nice. Jerry goes on a little bit of a walk-on through Kicker, and Norbert clean them up. It is now an advantage for Outsiders, and pressure starting to mount here for Shelfie. Have to really step up, and that's exactly what he's doing. A double kill from Shelfie. Swings out for the third fight versus Flit, and finally, Shelfie will be bested inside of the B side. Getting the bomb down in the B side and still having a teammate out towards tunnels in the form of Jame. He could catch this. He's reading the T-spawn play, and on the jump across, sees the player towards spawn. So locks in information as to the whereabouts of one of these CTs who will attempt the retake. Jame decides to commit back to the site. He's going to start watching into the tunnels, the jump to try and bid out the shot, but James does not take shots like that. Eventually he will, and misses the second time of asking, knocks it right out of the park, and it's now just Zorte, and the time ticking. His chances of winning this round dwindle away. At least brings down Flit, but will have to run away and save the AUG. And we're now looking at 14 rounds for Outsiders, and unfortunately for forZe, they didn't really do a whole lot in this round. And the smoke out long. Oh, now he's stuck in a rough spot. It's one, and Kicker will eventually trade. Zorte was waiting so long for the Kicker's swing, and eventually it comes out, but it puts a bullet in his brain. And now with a minute left, Outsiders have the two-man advantage and significant control of the A site as well. Fame has a chance to turn this into a 1v4 as well, because the two remaining forZe players have split up.
Shelfie's going to join his teammate towards A. I think they've realized they just have to commit to this at this point to have any chance. Flit is a little ahead of the pack right now. And here's a 1v1 fight that Shelfie would like, but the timing's gone against him. Fame is on the flank. They're not wise to that position.
Yeah, Flit's in a good position too here. Norvi, Kicker, Fame's short play is enough, and he will close with a stylish double. Nothing yet being found, and actually Outsiders have decided to leave B entirely. They want to put all of their forces and attention onto this A site, which is going to test the defense. Currently inside of the pit is Kenzie. He's just lost his support network. He's lost his teammate inside of the site, and Kenzie burning, but able to get away with a double. That's a lot more work than I expected him to get out of that. And a 3v3. Suddenly there is a shot here for forZe thanks to Kenzie's double from the pit.
Somehow able to get some frags from the Flames, but forZe still have to work hard, especially with that frag coming through from Flit. Looking for more, but he might just play safe at this point because the time is ticking on that bomb. forZe have to breach all these different positions. They might just be starting to realize this round could be too far gone. Fame with another frag, and Shelfie decides it's time to bail. Outsiders off to a strong start. They're able to find the weaker of the two sites. Couple of smokes up, but more importantly, just some quick entries onto the sites. See if they're going to come out and get this kill at the right time, despite the bomb being down on the other side of the map. And now you have to wonder whether forZe is just going to call this one off. They've got a kill. Could they consider going for this? They know there's only 2 players on the site, but no, they're way too far. They're going to have to concede. Outsiders able to turn it round despite losing the opening pick. They have lost a couple of players at the end here too, but Norbert will go ahead and hold on to that AWP. 4-0 start. Norbert sneaking up into long, and he will be caught out. Bomb's going back. It looks like they're cancelling this A play.
Yeah, well, I think it's been cancelled for them, Hawk. I think they've just been cancelled completely. It is now going to be the 5 versus 2. forZe have just found every single kill required, and Outsiders have to call for the save. Jame already running back down the stairs to save the AWP. Into the kitchen he will run, and Outsiders will have to stomach their first round loss here in Inferno.
James had a bit of a boring game, hasn't he?
0-1. It's being drawn out for forZe. Got 1 smoke left, 2 HEs across the board, and 2 flashes, but it doesn't really matter when Zorte can land a shot through the smoke like that. Norbert down, Fame will follow, and Zorte to pull the pistol for the smoke kill as well. Oh, so beautiful on the D shot around the corner. James just gets shredded open, and Flit's left on the other side of the map wondering where the hell his team gone. Just 4 players just walked to their deaths against Zorte on the B side. And Zorte up in the apartments this time. Cracks open Flit, gives them the advantage. And now forZe will play with a player up.
Response from Outsiders. They realize long might be the weak point. Jame able to trade onto 1. He has this man trapped, but Kenzie able to fight his way out of it. Finally, Kicker brings it back, but it could be too little too late as he is left alone. Doesn't even have the bomb right now. Shalfie going aggressive through the smoke. What a shot from Flit, though. AWP out of there, and now Kenzie is locked into the apartments. What is going on? Oh, and now Kenzie has a flank. Not the knife, surely not the knife. Okay.
Well, 3 versus 2 established. And danger averted from the knife itself. Deep smoke.
Oy.
Big gap. Kicker that has a little peer to see if anybody decides to play with it, but eventually Jerry is going to arrive over here. Bomb has been planted. Down through the T stairs. Jame is ready for it and reads it from Jerry. And now puts pressure onto the 2 remaining forZe players because they're split up into 1v1s. You've got 1 in each bomb site. And this should be pretty easy for Outsiders to try and pinch them. Running up through short now. Kenzie's going to need a big performance here, and the spacing's a little off. The trade needs to come through now, and Kenzie's getting a couple of chances here, and he's turning every single one of those chances into wins. Flit finally gets rid of him, but it has given himself a chance. It has given Norby a chance to win this, and that's exactly what he goes and does. Jame and Norbert having to make this one happen. Zorte misses the first, able to recover and takes down Norbert, and now Jame coming into the den finally takes out Zorte. Is this where we see Jame ignite? The clutch possibly about to happen. Jame puts the bomb down, repositions over towards Ruins, anticipating a possible CT retake approach, but both players are coming in from Banana, and this puts the AWP in an uncomfortable spot. They're both on the site and they're making ground. They're closing in on him. Jame needs to be quick, and he's absolutely quick. Shalfie's down. Defuse being stuck. Jame has to go for it. He has to deny, and Jame will do it. The clutch for Outsiders. He's quiet all game, but
Straight back. Oh, and this aggression is going to give them all the info they need to stack B.
and this could be the round win for the Outsiders. This could be everything they wanted. Boost, the fake shots coming out for the CT position to try and distract them from the boost, but unfortunately nothing getting found here for Outsiders. They've just lost their first player on the hold, and the plant's going to come through, and this now turns into a chance for forZe, but this time they're unable to get back fully to their safe positions. And in fact, Sorte's so low and caught in the open, so it's all on Shalfie, and they're just coming in from...
Dumped you two on Banana, and they're rotating heavily over to A.
Starting to put so much pressure here are forZe as well. This is about to be a bloody battle, and Jame quick to hold off the long offensive. Now they can focus on short because that's where the rest of the players are coming from. And Norbert from Pit It's a strong position. It has delivered a kill. And it's all crumble here for forZe. They haven't got any further than short and the balcony. Just
side of the map. The question is, if forZe commit, are they expecting this double stack? The crossfire on the site could be unexpected. Flit and Fame both finding kills, and Fame gets another. Jerry just trying to get back into position, but he's arrived a little late to the party.
That's a stronghold there from Fame, but finally goes down. Jerry having to clutch this out versus Kicker. There's a lot of time to play with here, Jerry. He decides to push forward and go right into Kicker, and he'll beat him out. Jerry with the clutch. And so their adaptation was to send Jamie into the battle, and that doesn't work. What happens now? A weakness on that B side. They're rotating away from B. Shalfie's got the A play that opens up the arches, and the bomb's coming back. It would have gone into an empty B side, but instead the bomb's barreling back into a setup that has 3 players, and Norbert could turn this round around. He's found himself a double, goes back in, nearly a 3K. He needed that one. He needed all 3. Especially with Kicker going down towards the arches. It puts Fame into a 1 versus 3 that just really doesn't feel great.
Oh, maybe saving the M4 might be a decent idea at this point. Couple of kills back. It's into a 3v3, but the site is completely clear. forZe will figure that out and go for the bomb plant. Let's see if Norbert can get anything going early here. This flank into apartments maybe could be nice, but Kevin goes back at the right time. Still Norbert wins the fight, and now they're on for this retake.
3 versus 2. And the problem is they need to get a move on, and James is going to be caught running right into Jerry. He starts to consider the apartments. Norbert will take him out, setting up Fame with a distraction, and Fame will come through with a kill. Right to the...
Expect this to be cleared. Jerry again just wants the fight. This time it goes against him. Flit here to help with the MP9. Is he going to be able to help, though? He does get one, but now Fame trapped in, and that means the B site will be lost.
The B site lost. To tell us all this time so far in this game, and Shalfie shreds through Norbert. It is just Jam left. He's had a 1v3 on this side of the map already, this map. I want to see if he's got it again. First kill is on. Oh, second is good too, and that's the bomb down. And suddenly Jam finds a bit of magic, and we're in a 1v1 up against Shalfie. He knows he's coming. He hears the steps. Jam looking forward. Shalfie crosses Jam with another clutch. A huge clutch in the one. Fame started to come around short. His teammates in behind it.
Ooh.
And Fame quickly dispatched off with Kenzie's peek out from pit. A nice headshot straight away. And just a matter of time, just a moment away from calling this a forZe victory. Kenzie starts to tap again, finally taken down by Kicker, but traded out after 1, and James now left. What a few great moments from James throughout this. Very quiet first half, but a few great. Here we go, quick in the mid for forZe. 3 already charging up, 1 in towards A main. They're trying to split already towards A in this pistol. Fame holding down the jaw. Beretta's rattling away. A 3K inside of the donut already. forZe handed a very bad start to this pistol.
Just completely shredded them. Thought they'd be able to trade that out. Clearly not the case. Jerry has stolen away some dualies on the T side. Won't be able to put him to use, though, as James has come in to back up his teammate in the donut position. Got the bomb in their hands. Northy will look for anything, but Fame closes it with a quad kill.
Player inside of CT. A nice shot from James. I just don't see how this one goes any other way than outsiders at this point. Zorte would have to hit some insane shots. He's got himself one. You see the pre-aim. You see that straight away. He looks into the wall. Because you're just so used to that having to be an angle, but not to be this time around. Zorte now crosses to the box inside of the site. 44 seconds. A lot more needed for little Zorte. Nothing coming his way just yet.
Trying to find a bit of an off angle. Maybe catch someone off guard. But Flit is staying tucked beneath that box. Smoke recovered. That maybe allows him to smoke off donut. Or maybe CT. Potentially try and isolate some of these angles. But it feels like a matter of time before outsiders converge on his position. James A making the move on. Fame ready for this angle. Got boxes as cover there. They can try and line up the crossfire. forZe, however, have done a pretty good job at getting some of those kills back. They just about evade Kickert's aggression in time. But that does give outsiders the knowledge that it's most likely going to be a mid play towards A. You can see they are just fully committing to that being the case.
Better weapon available now to Zorte, AK into his hands. Jerry playing through Red Room. He's going to walk right into the barrel of Norbert. Luckily, Norbert was able to react in time to get back to that because he
force him out of position, but oh man, Kickert misses every single shot.
And that gives forZe some space to work with. They're going to challenge down into Fame again, but Flit from the cutout is able to get one. Finally spammed down through the smoke, but it creates enough of a distraction to allow Fame to peek out from Donut again. He's doing so much work from this position, and Fame again with another one. Jam goes down though, and Fame is losing every one of his players alongside of him. He's done so much work, but everybody else has fallen by the wayside. And the bomb looks to be picked up. Fame not really challenging down for it. And now they've recovered the bomb.
Some presence over on this other side of the map. He's been spotted. He's sticking around. Lucky to be alive there as that shot landed, but Flit about to get crunched in from both sides. He's somehow able to turn it into a double kill. But Jerry will now deliver that bomb. They'll get it down safely on this A site.
And a chance to turn 3 into 4. Zorte, oh, catches Norbert just jumping forward into his crosshair. That's an easy kill for Zorte to collect, and Jerry now fends off the donut push forward from Kicker. Not an issue there for the in-game leader of forZe. And Jay off to saves. Smokes off CT, takes the AWP elsewhere. He's been able to regroup with his teammates and stay alive. This is perfect for forZe. This is exactly what they need to win the round.
Still some utility for Fame. That could be valuable here. Smoking off the donut angle, for example, could be good, but this angle from Norvi looked good initially, unable to land the shot, and now Fame will try sneak up.
Starts to swing around. Zorte takes out Fame. Shelfie follows up, and all the kills are going for forZe. They absolutely perfectly manipulate the outsider's side. They force the rotation away from the A site. They open up a gap, and they are able to close it. forZe grouping towards B.
Haven't seen much of the B site yet.
No, we have not, and we're about to see a lot of it. Kicker playing on top of the box to boost the position. Information finally passed on, and the trade will come through, but a couple of kills have gone the way of outsiders. The forZe are being diverted and split in all different directions, and that's weakened their attack. Kenzie will get away with a bomb plant, but will they be able to turn this into the round win? The extra B cover we see now on the pillar helping forward. They put the bomb down in the corner. forZe again into a comfortable position to try and close this one out. Zorte is scoped on the only exit from Temple. Jim now holds the better angle, so if Zorte is to get aggressive, he would have to get into the crosshair of Jam, and he's actually jumped over his crosshair. They're just playing with each other right now. Eventually, Jam has got to move. forZe just need to buy some time, and that's exactly what they're doing. Norbert smokes off Donut, creating a chance, and Zorte eventually will bring down Jam, and a follow-up.
Happy to take some time here. They will eventually start to figure out where these players are positioned. Volley from Jerry will clear out one of the potential angles. And there's Flit spotted, but not an angle that's easy to clear.
Norvi swings, Flit will bring him down, and 6 rounds for the outside. Ooh, little tap up, little jump up. Fame unable to react to it. Nice kill coming through for Fame. And outsiders keeping this one clean. Oh, even that fight goes the way of Norbert. And it's just Zorte left in the 1 versus 5. AWP follows up for outsiders, and now they have the advantage to play with in round 15. Want to squeeze out an hit, but look at this. A little dance around the back. Jerry inside of the donut catches Fame looking the wrong way. Fame started to consider that would have been an option, and just at the final second when he realized it was too late, Jerry takes the shot. 2v2, bomb down in mid. Norbert's not going to watch it. Norbert decides, actually, I'll go back and fill out this B defense. He'll play this one with Kicker. Kicker now peeking out into mid. Spots out the bomb carrier of Jerry, and it rolls to the feet at red. Does Norbert come back? No. Norbert continues to push through, and he's actually going all the way around middle on the flank. So if Kicker can just hold this, the flank of Norbert should be effective in taking down Kenzie. He's trying to get Kicker off.
Outside has just left mid.
Yeah, they gained some ground.
Now Jerry's going aggro.
Yeah, he's going to try and get in behind this B ramp setup. Fame gets his gun out, starting to read the play, but Jerry's still able to get away with it. Now, if they pull Kicker into the white fight, there's multiple players, but Kicker deals with two in a foul swoop. Unfortunately, they didn't anticipate Zorte to be the third player there, and he's going to get a double kill. Shalfie's moved up through the ledge. And
Outsiders don't know that, though, and in fact, Outsiders are starting to sneak up to B just as forZe move into cave themselves.
well, Flit has caught Norvey moving forward, and he's eliminated him with no issue. And a second chance, and Flit's going to take it too. Both kills added to his tally. And just one player left for the side of forZe. On the other side of the map, it's just a save for Kenzie. And this is starting to feel a little rough for forZe. Now you can see the lead, 11 rounds for the Outsiders, because of how back and forth this game has been. That never really rather ineffective. Be good to see him get going on this T side too. They're gonna try and go here. They're calling to go up the ramp and towards B. Norvey's got a double, one from the molly, one from the rifle. And Outsiders down 2 players right from the get-go.
Counter utility so well timed. Stuck behind a smoke. Another one ready, but Norvey's still going strong, and Shalfie heard that player fall back. He's going to pounce. He's going to make the most of it. forZe showing the killer instinct they need right now. Over to the A side of the map. Molly Shalfie. Kicker somehow gets a kill, but he was always going to be traded. And now it's all about this A play. Kenzie playing this position we saw previously. What can he do from the big box?
Kenzie peeks on up. Flit caught. A double from Kenzie. Holding towards the back of the site, having no issue. Flash will deploy, and he's just buying time. He's just staying alive. And Norbert pulled so deep in, it puts him in the crosshair of Norvey. Even though the kill comes through for Norbert, he's already dead to right.
Taking some of the attention away from this B site. And look at the minimap. forZe are leaving B almost completely open for Outsiders right now.
Well, they're rotating all the way over to B with 3 players quickly heading this way. James thought he had the timing on the steps to try and catch them, but Jerry turns around, ready for that maneuver, and takes out James, removes his life, and Outsiders with 30 seconds left have to commit into this B site. And there's so many players here. They're just getting shut down. It is so clean for forZe up until this point. That's Flit strikes.
Calls the upset. 3 series points for forZe. They came into this as slight underdogs. They might come out of it with an upset win.
Jerry's getting aggressive. I love how confident Jerry is right now. He's just got the opening kill again. This time on the Kicker. They're slapping down Outsiders. They're putting themselves in a perfect position here to try and close it. Norbert with the AK feels the pressure to get the kill, and he will get one, but immediately Jerry's there again. Kenzie's pushing through middle, climbing up the boxes, and he's got a chance, but not enough damage landed to remove the player from the B lane. But Jerry is doing absolutely everything. 4 kills for Jerry in this round. He might just close this with an ace, and that's exactly what will happen. Jerry brings down every single...